This video is made under fair use and is for educational purposes. This is Kim Paddock, and I would like to dedicate this video to Mr. Carter, who was my inspiration. This is about the Burning Man Festival that is held practically every year. And the first thing I did was try to figure out why they held it, where they held it, out in that desert. Blackrock City, which there's nothing out there. Burning Man's the only thing that happens. So I pulled up this information, and the air nav call sign is 88NV. As we well know, the Masons love the number 88. 8 is a significant number for the Masons. 88, breaking the 8. Jesus rose on the 8th day. They love to mock Christ. So 88, and a lot of planes do fly in. So there's why it's held there. Now we'll look at this ancient picture of Burning Man when they load up all the bodies into the Burning Man and set it on fire. That's pretty self-explanatory, but let's go on. Here's a temple that they built for 2023. Burning Man reveals design of the 2023 temple. I guess that's to come. Preview of things to come. But you'll notice it looks rather like a clock. And clocks do have meaning to these cults, these satanic cults. And then let's get to this. This one they really liked. This was featured in many pictures that I found. And this is a four-faced god. And we need to look and see which one they're referring to. And it would be, first of all, in ancient Roman religion and myth, Janus is the god of beginnings, gates, transitions, time, duality, doorways, passages, frames, and endings. He is usually depicted as having two faces. We'll read some more about this Janus. Some scholars regard Janus as the god of all beginnings and believe that his association with doorways is derivative. He was invoked as the first of any gods in regular liturgies. The beginning of the day, month, and year, both calendrical and agricultural, were sacred to him. And Janus was represented by a double-faced head, and he was represented in art either with or without a beard. Occasionally, he was depicted as four-faced, as the spirit of the four-way arch. And there's also another two-faced god. Ismud is a Mesopotamian god regarded as the divine attendant of the god Enki. He was depicted with two faces. No references to temples dedicated to him are known, though ritual texts indicate he was worshipped in Uruk and, of course, Babylon. Then we get to the heart symbolism, which everybody thinks it's, just a heart, no big deal. But symbolism is everything to these people. You need to pay attention to it. This symbol, of course, is Masonic in nature. Two hands heart sign with the all-seeing eye symbol. Then we get to the actual pagan Burning Man. There it is. And there's a temple behind it, as you can see, with columns and a gateway and lots of columns going down. It's all a big ritual. And then these don't require much explanation. There's a pitchfork through the Barbie doll. And of course, They're letting you know in the Barbie death camp what they intend to do. There it is. Of course, we have to have a pyramid. They do love their pyramids. But there's multiple meanings to everything. So you have to research it. In this case, since it's Burning Man, the symbol for fire as one of the 4 classical elements in alchemy is a triangle. Fire is used in rituals when a Wicca practitioner is drawing attention to masculine energy or transformation. It is strong energy that initiates, purifies, destroys, and begins something new. And of course, it is also the all-seeing eye of Ra in Masonic symbolism on your money and everywhere else. Then we have this lovely thing, Eternal Return by Peter Hudson, San Francisco. Thank you, Starbucks. Yeah, I'll bet. They're satanic. This is Lucifer falling like lightning from the sky. And there's the symbolism of Lucifer falling like lightning from the sky. And we've seen that symbol before. We'll get to that in a minute. Luke 10:18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. And we'll look at this symbolism as lightning fall from heaven. The Nazi SS symbol. And of course, it's associated with death. Scout snipers, death. Golden black symbolism, satanic. And there it all is. And here's a close-up, a little bit closer of these guys in front of the SS flag. And it was taken in Florida. Nazi brown shirts. Then we'll go on to this interesting thing, which is, of course, passages and doorways. They do like their passages and doorways. And a little more subtle thing that you'll find in here are these blue stripes. And you'll see these sometimes in the backgrounds of some movies and different TV programming. And it's, of course, they communicate with each other this way. But where have we seen those blue stripes before? Oh yeah, on Epstein Island. What is a temple? What happens in a temple? Q. And of course, the Masons are big on the columns and the archways and the doorways to other realms, and the black and white oppositional flooring, and Joaquin and Boaz. Then we get to this one. Of course, they've got to have the Star of Baphomet in there somewhere. And then they've got to mock the rainbow. They always mock the rainbow. LGBTQ mocks the rainbow to a highly significant degree. And now they've got their own Pride Month. So now one of the deadly sins is actual holiday. And of course, this the star is the sign of Baphomet. Here's the Baphomet with one on the forehead and one at the base here. And let's see what the Bible says about this. Genesis 9:18. He said to Noah and his sons with him, I now establish my covenant with you and your descendants after you, and with every living creature that was with you, the birds, the livestock, livestock and all the wild animals, all those that came out of the ark with you, every living creature on earth. I establish my covenant with you. Never again will all life be destroyed by the waters of a flood. Never again will there be a flood to destroy the earth. And God said, This is the sign of the covenant I am making between me and you, and every living creature with you, a covenant for all generations to come. I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth, and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on earth. And here's another one on the rainbow. Revelation 10:1. And I saw another mighty angel come down from heaven, clothed with a cloud, and a rainbow was upon his head, and his face was as it were the sun, and his feet as pillars of fire. And then, of course, here's another picture of the Burning Man festival with the columns and the gateway. And, oh, we see bunnies, white bunnies. Looky there, white bunnies. And here's another picture of the white bunnies. And so why the white bunnies? Oh, yeah. Follow the white rabbit, adrenochrome. Harvested from the human body, specifically infants. They torture babies. They torture children to get their adrenaline up in their blood so that they can drink the blood, or in this case, take it in tablets, inject it. It's a very, very addictive drug from what I understand. But they say it keeps them young forever. Let's look at this. 800,000 children. According to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children, roughly 800,000 children, there's that 8 again, are reported missing each year in the United States. That's roughly 2,000 children a day. And a lot of those disappear in child pedophile services. Child protective services. Yeah. They're trafficked. And this is the chemical symbol for adrenochrome, the white rabbit. Follow the white rabbit, Q. And there it is again. The molecule for adrenochrome. So we get to Hillary Clinton, obviously. When it deals with adrenochrome, here's where we end up. So apparently, this is the girl Hillary Clinton took to Jeffrey Epstein's island. She cut her face off and broke her right arm and tied her to a tree. This is what witches do. That's why they used to burn them. And this was what was left after Hillary was done. This practice of peeling the faces off little children is called frazzle drip. And they have their symbolism for frazzle drip. There's Tom Hanks. And there's another drawing. These are drawings they're giving back and forth to each other. And here's what somebody looks like when their adrenochrome harvesting time dries up. No adrenochrome there, Celine Dion? My goodness, look at that. And that's a man, by the way. A satanic androgyne. And then we have this one. It's frightful. Santa taking babies worldwide hostage. And if you rearrange Santa, it's Satan, of course. And they're showing in this picture that this baby is to be sold for adrenochrome. This picture was taken in 1994 at a Clinton wedding. And this one, of course, Follow the White Rabbit, Hugh. And we went down that rabbit hole and we found out about adrenochrome. Now here's a picture of the temple at Burning Man, one of the temples. And you'll notice they have black and white photos. They will always put black and white photos in there because of the Masonic meaning of black and white. They do like their symbolism. And it looks like a Buddhist temple. Here's another Buddhist temple. Nothing they do is an accident. Nothing. And let's look inside a Buddhist temple. And there's their graven image. And there's the pillars on either side. Joaquin and Boaz. And let's look at this. Okay. What do they share with Western mysticism? 1. Joining through initiation rituals. 2. Meditation practices. 3. Levels of attainment and titles. 4. Vows. 5. Wisdom and the practice are emphasized as opposed to belief. 6. Dedication to personal transformation. 7. Emphasis on symbolism. Then we get to the 2 pillars of Solomon's Temple. An account of Solomon's Temple is of great importance in Freemasonry, as each detail of the building holds an important esoteric meaning. The twin pillars act as a portal to the mysteries by standing on each side of the entrance to a sacred place. Now Solomon summoned and controlled 72 demons to build this temple. So of course they really hold this in high esteem. According to the ancient rabbins, Solomon was an initiate of the mystery schools, and the temple which he built was actually a house of initiation containing a mass of pagan, philosophic, and phallic emblems. The pomegranates, which look like your pineal gland, by the way. That's why they have pomegranates and stuff. The palm-headed columns, the pillars before the door, the Babylonian cherubim, and the arrangement of the chambers and draperies all indicate the temple to have been patterned after the sanctuaries of Egypt and Atlantis. And of course, they'll show these pillars, these columns, in movies. There they are. And there's a whole bunch of them next to Satanist Kane West. And here's Masonic symbols, the esoteric meaning of Boaz and Joaquin. Now we'll get to this picture. And what we have in front appear to be chakras. And chakras are used in Buddhism and yoga and kundalini, which is satanic mysticism. The ones in front here, you'll notice they're wearing horns, and that's highly significant. The horns mean a lot to them. Here's the Rothschild's dinner party, 1972. And you'll see Miss Rothschild's wearing the horns. And here she is once again wearing the horns. And the top hat, by the way, is Masonic symbolism. And these chairs are interesting. I have one of them that looks just like that. Anyway, off we go. The horned god Cernunnos is very important to them. Caesar equates Cernunnos with Dispater, a Roman god of death and the underworld, who is perhaps an aspect of Pluto. From other ancient authors and Celtic art, it seems likely that sacrifices of animals and perhaps even humans, of course it was humans, were given in Cernunnos and other gods' honor. And I kind of made a video about CERN. CERN at the molecular level, opening portals in people, demons. And I touch on Cernunnos in there as well. So I'll leave a link and you can watch that video if you wish. Then we'll look at the layout of Burning Man, which is significant. If you look at it, nothing's a mistake here. They do this on purpose. We'll look at the center of it, which looks like a keyhole. Where have we seen that before? Oh, yeah, that's right. The Vatican. The structure of Vatican City is a giant key that reflects the signs in the heavens regarding ancient secrets. And the 5-pointed star is in there too. And from the Pope's view, this is what we get. The Freemason Star of Hiram, Pleiades, the Bethlehem Star, Blazing Star, Star of Solomon, David, Judas, Ra, the all-seeing eye, Taurus, the celestial bull, which of course they had sacrifices to the bull, Sacred Cross of Christ, lost symbol of Orion. Orion has great significance, but I won't get into it today. Demons equal the stars, angels equal visitors. As above, so below, as the Masons like to say, the ground mirrors the sky. So there you go. And then I came across this, and this was the seating at the United Nations. And it looks similar. Now we'll get to human sacrifices. 41-year-old man died Sunday after leaping into a massive fire at Burning Man, the annual arts event in Nevada's Blackrock Desert that draws 70,000 people from around the world. And the date was September 3rd, 2017. And September 3rd is an ancient sacrifice day, by the way. And it didn't just happen. This was all planned. Now they're sacrificing people in the open like they used to. Let's see what the Bible says. There shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times. They have a lot of clocks. Or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. 2 Kings 23:20-25. And he sacrificed all the priests of the high places who were there on the altars and burned human bones on them. Then he returned to Jerusalem, and the king commanded all his people, keep the Passover to the Lord your God, as is written in the book of the covenant. For no such Passover had been kept since the days of the judges who judged Israel, or during all the days of the kings of Israel or the kings of Judah. But in the 18th year of King Hosea, this Passover was kept to the Lord in Jerusalem. Moreover, Hosea put away the mediums and the necromancers and the household gods and the idols and all the abominations that were seen in the land of Judah and in Jerusalem, that he might establish the words of the law that were written in the book that Hilkiah the priest found in the house of the Lord. And just to let you know, I sponsor my own self. I don't promote anybody else's products. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you wish to support me in my efforts, you can get something in return that can help you. In 2016, I extracted the pure frequency of the hemp plant and discovered that when it applied to the skin, it could heal many diseases, swelling, and pain, including arthritis, tendonitis, carpal tunnel syndrome, cancers, COPD, neuropathy, eczema, and more. The effect of using miracle products is immediate relief from pain, swelling, and disease. Please check out my products and find the ones that are right for you. And since then, I've made quite a variety of products, and I have some that you can use internally. I have frequency tea, victory oil, and holy oil that can be used internally. And the rest of these can be used on your skin. And here's some of the products here. Tincture gel, tincture spray, bath and body oil, frequency cream. And I go through here and I explain many things, what is legal concerning cannabis, which this is hemp, but it's legal now. The testing report that shows that it has no THC. I have truck drivers that use it, so it's safe. They get tested. And then a chart of pain, swelling, and disease, and the frequencies at which you can get all of these diseases, and it's all about frequency here. If you wish to understand the universe, think of energy, frequency, and vibration. Nikola Tesla. And then I found out that Miracle Bath and Body Oil with its high-frequency extract can lure nanoparticles out of your body. Those are some that I got out of my body, and I still have them in a jar. But if you soak for about 20 minutes, you might notice a lot of black goo at the top of your bath water as well. And that would be the toxic payload that these nanos are carrying through your body. And here I have pictures of before and after pictures of skin cancers. That's before. And that's 3 times a day, about 4 weeks later. And that's before and after. And that's arthritis before and after 2 weeks of using Miracle Tincture Spray 3 times a day. And this is surgery that Pat had on her arm to remove a tumor on 11/12/20. She used a Miracle Tincture gel around it. And that was 19 days later. And that was 3 months later. And her doctor couldn't believe how well she's healed up. That's eczema before using frequency cream. And that's after 3 days of using frequency cream. It's really good for eczema. This is after 3 months of using holy oil. He lost about 40 pounds. So there's one for you. Anyway, we'll go back to the top here. And there's the shop if you want to look at the products and read about them. And then this is the testimonial page. And I have a lot of testimonials on here from people that have used my products and how it's healed so many problems that they've had. It's all about the frequency. But you can go through here if you'd like and check out those testimonials. Decide which product will work for you. If you have any questions, you can contact me and we'll have a chat about it. Thank you for watching my videos. God bless.